What's up, guys? All muscle. So we got tucked up this frame rail. We got it all done. I tried to match the factory style overspray that you usually see on the frame. And again, what we did is we actually just basically pulled off this cap, this frame rail cap. This side, no damage. The damage was up in here. The damage was down in this area here. We had a kink, probably just like this. There was damage to this part here. So we fixed that up, and then we tried to match the factory style overspray. And it came out pretty good. There's no matching the overspray, I mean, per se, 100%, but I think it looks good. I did what I could on it. So now we're going to be installing this piece here. So Nissan calls this an air guide. Both of the intercoolers will sit right in here, and then there's a guide that basically sucks the air through the front of the car and guides it right through the intercoolers. So that's going on next. As soon as we put that on, we'll put the bumper support, put that on, and then we'll start working on the fenders. I've got one of the fenders already kind of prepped. Still probably need a little bit of work on it, but we got the factory original fenders. We've already done some work to this. This was an original silver color. As you see, it's already starting to rain on us here, so we're probably gonna pack it up for a couple hours and see if we can probably get out here towards the end of the day or midday. Maybe we don't usually get too much rain around here in the desert, but anyways, we had to order some fender liners, inner fender liners. Car was missing those. There's the intercooler setup. So yeah, so everything's coming around. I think basically I would probably peg another maybe 3-4 days worth of work. Nothing serious. I don't usually spend 8-hour days or anything, or 10-hour days on the car. It's just whatever I get, whatever time I get to spend on it. So usually it's more like 3 to 4 hours, just because I have so many other things going. As you can see, my lot's always full. I've always got something going on and somewhere to go, parts to pick up, deals going. So I don't usually have all day to sit here and spend on any particular thing. And then plus I've got my back burner projects. You guys know about these if you follow my channel. I got an LS swap going on this, and then I've got a full frame off resto going on this guy. So anyways, we're gonna put this air guide on hopefully here in the next couple hours. I hear the thunder coming, so we might, like I said, we might pack it up a little bit here early and see what we could do in a little bit. That sounds cool, actually. We don't get too much rain around in the desert, so anytime we do get the rain, I just kind of enjoy it. I'll sit back out here and just watch it, cleanse everything. You come out and it's got just a beautiful smell out here. The after rain smell, I always like that. But anyways, we're gonna let you guys go. I just wanted to show you how everything was coming along, and I think it looks great. There was no way to match the exact factory overspray, but you get the idea. Show that to you one more time. There's a bracket that goes here, so this will all be tucked up, and then obviously the bumper goes on. With the air guide on it, the frame rails are hardly visible. So anyways, that's it for now, guys. We'll talk to you soon. All right, so back to the GTR. We got the air guide installed. As you can see, you can no longer see the air conditioning condenser, but now what you see are the intercoolers. You got the intercoolers there on both sides, and what Nissan calls the air guide. So the air guide, if you could see that scoop there in the front, basically as you're moving, as the car is going forward, it's just basically like a ram air type of setup where it's just ramming the air right in through this little scoop here, if you would. That takes the air right through the intercoolers and keeping them nice and cool. Also, the guide here, if you look down here, this is a whole guide for your number 1 intake through the filter, and your number 2 intake, and then right back through here, and then it pops right into the filter here. So the car is being fed a lot of air, especially at speed, so that's why they call that an air guide. But anyways, it's all installed. We've got all the mechanisms such as the hood latch all back set up properly. The horns were reinstalled. We have this little connector. This I had left this down because if I plug it in, I won't be able to get to this bolt here, and when we put the bumper on, we might need to pick that up or down. There's a little bit of adjustment in that, so I just left that there. Have to constantly unplug and plug it in. So when I was looking through some of the stuff, actually another thing that I found, this car was running with no man, brain fart here, splash shields, fender liners, if you would, whatever you want to call them, and this basically, this is the tire rub. This is the tire rubbing on the windshield wiper fluid hose here. Just basically goes down into the, into the bottom of the pump on the reservoir, and it goes up into the windshield. So we're going to be fixing this here. Not a biggie on that, but this is what happens. This type of stuff that happens when you don't run the fender well liners, especially if you don't. I mean, you could have zip tied that maybe out of the way, but still, you're flinging dirt, dust, and splashing water and mud all in this area here, which is contains wiring, electrical sensors, maybe ABS sensors, stuff like that. So you don't want to get that all nasty. So don't run your cars without fender liners, guys. Just makes a mess. So they're there for a reason. Also, we got some packages going out. Also, I had to acquire these specialty type rivets. I just visited my local Napa. If you can see, they've got slits in them. This one here there was 4 of them, and they were used to hold on the this scoop here. The scoop in the front is all riveted together, and they basically, when I took it apart, I had to, for some reason, I decided to drill these out, but I had to go get some. These are exactly what came off of the car. You can see there's some up here, and they're an identical match. So we scored on those. Napa had our back on that. I didn't think I was going to find those here pretty locally and readily available, but luckily we did. Otherwise, I would have had to wait, a couple days from Nissan, or maybe they couldn't even get them, or had to order them online somewhere and wait a couple days. But we put this on actually in the rain when it was raining. It was drizzling down on us, and we just went after it. No biggie. I enjoyed myself. Anyways, right now, next thing we're gonna do is we got these. There's the driver fender, and we're gonna be prepping the fenders for paint. So on the next episode here, we're gonna just have the fenders prepped, ready for paint. I'll show you the fenders, and then I'll show you what I'll be using to actually coat the fenders. Anyways, that's it for now. We'll check you guys on the next one.